There's something almost ironic about preparing for winter in the middle of a heat wave. While the temperatures are sweltering and the ground is bone dry, on one hand, that's actually the best time to tackle anything water-related because there isn't any. On the other hand, it saddens us. The land is dry, nature is struggling, and so are a lot of people everywhere. And it makes you wonder how our summers in the future will look like. These heatwave marathons do give food for thought.
I have some ideas about it that I want to tell you guys about and how we're going to change some stuff around here to combat the drought.
We've put a close on the underground utilities and they just need some finishing touches on the spot where it all comes together. On the retaining wall front, the preparation work is done and now it's a matter of patience, while negotiating prices with the quarry for the large boulders and waiting on Thierry to come with his excavator in a few weeks. But there's always something to do here, whether it's the big jobs,
This part, which I dug out this winter,
or the smaller ones that are equally as important. And moments like this one are a reminder of why we chose this kind of life in the first place, not only for us, but also for our kids.
Dat doen? Ja of nee?
Kun je dat doen, ja of niet? We kunnen dat doen. Proberen. Pas op, Odin. Pas op, pas op.
Mama, ik ga.
let op daar. Ja, doe maar, ga maar eerst gaan drinken. That works well. Well, I didn't think of this earlier. Wat zeg je? Oké. Dat doen we met de kraan doen. We gaan dat met de kraan doen.
Wil je dat met de kraan doen?
Ja. Hey, yeah, I know. Okay, next up, and I can never say this, but this is terre de diatomée. We used it last time and it worked perfectly. This is something that was left by the previous inhabitants of this place and that we're still using. Hola! Okay, let's drink something and then we can clean up the rest. But they should be happy. It's all treated, it's all cleaned out. Cobwebs are even gone. This sits in good. So this one is actually the rainwater, so I can clean it out towards the yard, and if something gathers in this little pit I'm gonna make, then it can instantly evacuate because it's gonna be groundwater or rainwater. So that is why this is here. This is a double win. Yeah, okay.
With this kind of heat, shade is a blessing. So Philippe decides to bring everything he needs to mix concrete into the old barn where it's cooler, and it's also the place where the sand and gravel mix is already stored.
Now to get this out of here. That's gonna be about 5 miles, Philippe. It's gonna be fun.
Phew!
Ay, oh, ay. Let's make another one, a little bit less. 2 sand max. Okay. Voila. There's nothing more that I can do. And then tomorrow we can see the result. Hoppa. Voilà. Perfect. Voilà. Because it's gonna be underground, I'm gonna use compactuna. It's something you add to your mortar that makes it more watertight. Voilà.
You might remember us mentioning that we got scammed when ordering our IBC tank and never receiving it. Well, we did eventually find a much better company and they delivered quite fast. The tank is finally here and ready to be put to use. When Philippe opened it up, it had a bit of a strange smell, so he decides to give it a good rinse.
This should be a cleaned out IBC tank, but for some reason, or it's the product that they clean it out with. It says on top it's food grade as well, so normally it's certified. It's an IBC tank by Ranson, so maybe just the soap that it is used smells a little bit, I don't know. Okay, let's escape the heat a little bit. I've got something to show you. It's the third heat wave now. It's we're middle of July. We've already had 3 heat waves and it's not letting down. I looked and I think we might next week get the 4th one, but I won't even call it the 4th one because in my humble opinion, it's just flowing all together. It's really too hot. You notice it. The vegetable garden, everything is suffering. We are suffering. Everybody will start to suffer, and we are having drought conditions. But I think in August we're gonna have a real drought. So that's not gonna be very pleasant. I have some ideas about it that I want to tell you guys about, and how we're gonna change some stuff around here to combat the drought. We have too much water in the winter, but we have none during the summer, and it's only gonna get worse. But that's for later. Let's head on. This is it. Very happy when a company decides to work with us again, because that means I can expand my original installation. So Jackery decided to send us 2 extra batteries. So we are effectively doubling our storage capacity, which is very good, because that means I can play more on the electricity market. Because now we have EDF Tempo, which is a semi-dynamic tariff, but now I can go to a full dynamic. Every 30 minutes I think the price will change of the electricity. So this one will do it automatically. We'll look at it. Example, during the midday, loads of solar power, the price of electricity goes down, it charges from the grid. In the night it's more expensive, so it will either use it or it will sell the excess energy, so it makes me money. It's the basic idea of these solar balcony systems. This one is called the SolarVolt 3 Pro. Basically on this one you can put solar panels on. They're outside here behind us. During the day it takes the power, it stores it inside its batteries, and when the sun goes down it will use the power from the batteries. There's also an off-grid on it. If the power would fail, then you can keep your freezer running, your computer, whatever you deem necessary to run. I'm not gonna do an unboxing. It is very easy to install these batteries. I've shown you many times. It's just you pick off the main unit, you put your battery on the other battery, you put your main unit back, and what I do a restart of it, and I am done. I've effectively doubled my capacity in 2 minutes. But this is not all that they've sent us. We've not only doubled our storage, but they have sent us something else, and we'll go inside and I'll show you. Alright, we're in the living room, under my desk where the computer is. So this is the unit that Jackery hooked us up with. It's the SolarVolt 3 Pro Max AC. What's the difference, or the 2 main differences between the one we already have in the barn and this one? First main difference, you can't connect your solar panels directly to it. The second main difference is that this one is actually stronger. So it can output 2400 watts and it can charge 2400 watts. While the other one is maximum 1200 watts. So this is double the power. Who is it for? Simply put, if you already have a solar system with an inverter, instead of taking it down, you can actually just get one of these batteries without the solar input, and you put your power meter in between. The moment it sees there is excess energy that normally would go to the grid, this one will charge its battery or batteries with it. You can expand it as well. So that is its main function, and then all the rest is the same. It can charge and discharge according to your dynamic tariff, so that stays the same. Because you have no connection for solar panels, you can put wherever you want. The other one you're a little bit limited because you need to run your solar cables to your solar panels. So that's why this one can be in your living room or kitchen, garage, can be in your attic, wherever you want. I have my computer connected to the off-grid socket. So what does that mean? In normal mode, it will just power my computer. The moment we have a small power cut or an over voltage, what sometimes happens here because we're very rural and we're at the end of the street, so sometimes our voltage gets too high. So when the power cuts, it means that my computer stays running and we don't get always cut off when Anisha is working, or we're transferring files to the server, so we don't get any corruption or whatever. So as always, very simple, the app. I installed it, I upgraded firmware, it's already recognized. So now you can actually see it is supplying 51 watts towards my computer gear. There is 20% battery left and there is 115 watts coming in. And you can always check on the LCD. That's the beauty of Jackery, and what I really like is you don't always need to open your app. You pass by your device, you press the power button, and then you can actually read everything from the screen. So for example, if your internet isn't working or something else, you can always have a quick look if you want to. Okay, next day, let's see what he wants to do. If it still wants to work for me or not. Maybe. Let's have a look. Oh no. No, that's broken. Voilà. Okay, good.
You want it now?
Pour me one. Ben je blij mee?
Yes. Very pleased with myself.
Voilà, dan is het straks een beetje proper met een brushen en gedaan. Voilà. It will be nice that it's back to a normal temperature soon, because this is just has been too much. Almost a whole week, 40. But it's done, it looks good. Okay, so the idea is to put sand against it. If I ever need to dig around it, that there's no rocks or anything, if I push with my excavator, that I destroy this. It's reinforced, so it should be able to handle some stuff. This metal pole stays. This is where my poop and grey water from the barn are, so the moment I need to dig, I know where they are. I dig and I go to there. Alright, sand. The rest we fill up with that sifted soil that I have. So you see that I do not sift just for sifting, but I can use that soil because, like I said, I don't want the sifted soil in my yard because it will still contain a little bit of plastics. Not much, but still. So I can use it under here for the driveway. So then we have soil, sand, So that's perfect to drain. And on top of that soil will be geotextile with rocks. You see now why I want to make that driveway, especially there, a little bit with the bulge in it, because it makes it easier. So now even on this small part, with my trailer and my van, I was able to turn around, but in several parts. So with the extra 5 meters I did over there, I'll be able to just come in, turn properly without doing it 2-3 times, and then go to get away again. And future me will be happy with the sand, because this means that you don't have to dig with the excavator too close to it. I can start my trench here if I need one, and then the last 50 centimeters I can just do by hand because it's sand.
Mama, deze rond wat?
Dat je goed doen.
Ja, deze rond is niet voor te eten.
Nee.
Nee, spijtig genoeg niet. Anders hadden we heel willen eten.
Maar ik die plantje, wat heb je? Die?
Ja, dat mag zeker worden.
We finally had some rain. Actually this year we're very happy with it. There's not much failures, even with these stones. But people thought it would be Snailville, but zero snails. We don't have deer. The only thing we had, I think, is voles. They ate our onions. But even our netting is not on at the moment. I know we should have done it ages ago. But actually birds is also a lot less. With these stones we don't have them opening up the sides to try to search for worms, and I think that's why they're also less in here now. We wished we had planted a little bit more, like we didn't plant potatoes, but that's fine. We have 2 little potato plants coming out from previous potatoes that we left behind apparently. We have lots of strawberries, very nice. We will have lots of tomatoes, we have lots of peppers that are ready, cucumbers are over there.
Hello. Papa, we zijn mooi aan laten groeien.
Ja?
Ja.
Maar kijk, is die Nadine? Mag ik je die gedaan?
Ja.
Even plant. Maar ik watermachine. Maar
Ja.
ik ben een watermachine.
En ik ben een plantmachine. Vind je dat
Ik
goed?
ben een watermachine.
Jij bent een watermachine.
Gracie. Maar ik geef ze aan jou.
Er is maar eentje, 2. Er zijn er maar 2 uitgekomen, de courgette. Dus we gaan die allemaal een keer testen. Want soms willen zaadjes niet groeien. Ja, nog. Voilà. Dan gaan we hopen dat er daar courgettes uitkomen.
Dat is ook wel veel minder dan dat gas.
De penen, hè?
Dat was vorig jaar extreem.
Maar ik vond dat dan...
Ik wil ze proper maken. Maar die
Kijk jongen.
wordt er niet.
I wanted to pour this, but I can't because my concrete mixer is broken. So I ordered a new one, stronger one and a bit bigger, 200 liters. So I think that's 180 that you can make inside of it, and it's also 900 watt motor. It's a stronger motor because I found a lot of 200 liter concrete mixers but with a 700 watt motor. So this one has a 900 watt motor, so hopefully it will last a little bit longer because it has more surplus on its motor side. So we'll see, but then I can pour this, so this will have to wait. So what I think I will do, I will show you something that needs to be done. It's a big job, but voila. So to my right is the road going up that I actually want to do as well with all my stones that I have. But until I have the buckets, it's on hold. It's just how it is. So what I can do and what I need to do is this part, which I dug out this winter. And if you remember, there is where I broke down with the excavator, and I dug it out really quickly because the only goal that I had was to get all the water out of here quickly. So that worked out. My culvert is in now, but what I need to do is now level all this all the way around. So when we have rain, it actually evacuates all at the same level and doesn't stay there and pull up a little bit, and then when it's too much, then it goes to the next pool. And we've had 2 big thunderstorms now. You can see that it's wet, so it has been working. I'm very happy, by the way.
This next job is quite a big one, and I'm always amazed by how Philippe tackles it on his own. Just to give you an idea of the scale, that stretch straight ahead is about 20 meters, and the section running behind both barns is at least 30.
Cleaning it up now a little bit and then get the laser out, get it done properly. But this can already give me an idea. So the general consensus is still that it's flowing that way. I actually have a good example of what this is what I want here, with no dust in between. So the water can just find its way rather quickly. I think this will be a good idea. And fill it to the same level, I think, as the driveway. So that's easy, another 10 lower that I can go. And I'm wondering if well, maybe not 10 here, but I should bring it a little bit lower so that I can make it till the end. That's what I wanted to see, but I'm not crazy. Yeah, and I know the laser should be right. I checked it because at some point when I was doing everything in here I was doubting because it looked like the driveway was like this, but it's with all the lines. You have lines going this way, and then you look at something and you don't know if it's straight or not. If you look at this, that's a lot of water this can take, and you got a drain on this side as well, so 50, at least 50 deep. But I've seen it here, and with the 2 thunderstorms now as well, it was working. It's fully wet and I saw it all flush through there. So it's with this soil as well, when it rains it stays on the surface. It doesn't penetrate that good in that soil, so that's why everything from the top of the hill comes down, and that's why we're having those problems and a lot of sources that find its way into this. We got it now, so it will be a blessing from now on. Fill this. Everything that comes from the rain up will go into a pond, so it will be a blessing to keep the pond there with fresh water, the pond there with fresh water, and there should be a pond down there as well. So in the future we will be begging for water. going well, it's going well. I expected it to be a lot more difficult because this part was still very wet with a lot of water in it, but it's going well, and as long as I can keep going that way and keep a dam behind me and keep pushing that water away, this can dry out and I can start placing stones. And I think my depth is just right. It should be able to just flow from all the way up there, or we'll have the big retaining wall with a drain behind it, and that will bring a lot of water in the winter because that becomes a waterfall, and it will go all the way around into this, all the way to my culvert to a pond. So, and as an extra safety measure, we have a drain here. So if it would become too much, then the drain can take up the slack, and then we have drains against the building. Okay, this is already full of water, so that source is still pushing here beyond my dam, so more this way. See if I can flatten it a little bit. It's as much as I will be able to do. Okay, pop.